Theme of Netilat Yadayim, and we know that Netilat Yadayim, as we said before, it is, even though it's rabbinically ordinated, we recite that God has commanded us, number one, following the directions of our Chachamim, of our sages, is equal to and equivalent to following something that's written in the Torah itself, because the only way to know what's written in the Torah itself is to follow the prescriptions of our Chachamim. However, today we're gonna speak about, as we promised, the 5 things that need Netilat Yadayim, and they are associated with an acronym of the word Shetafatni, Shibolet Shetafatni, that's written in Tehillim. And so Shetafatni starts with a Shin, then Tet, Pei, Taf, and Nun, Yud. So Shin is Shema. We need Netilat Yadayim for Shema. You know, there are 26 things that we do that promise us that our tefillot will be accepted in Shamayim. One of them is Nikayon Yadayim. You have to make sure that your hands are clean. What do you mean clean? Not that they're stained with oil or paint or anything, but that you didn't touch your shoes, you didn't scratch yourself under the shirt somewhere, you didn't scratch your hair if it was moist or sweaty, you did not enter a bathroom, a toilet, or a place that is not tahor. And if you did any of those things, you wash your hands before tefillah with a proper keli, with a proper vessel, and without a beracha, if you already did so in the morning. But in order to prepare oneself, it's one of the most basic principles to have our tefillah accepted is nikayon yadayim, tarat yadayim, that our hands should be pure after having contact with any one of those things. So that Shema is the first thing that we need netilat yadayim for. Secondly is davar shetibulo b'mashkeh. You have a concept of, we know that netilat yadayim is for bread, right? But it's not only for bread. The netilat yadayim that we have to do is also if we are eating any fruits or vegetables that are moist with water or any other kind of liquid, with the acronym of Yad Shachat Dam, which happens to be wine, blood, oil, milk, dew, or water. So if I'm eating an apple that is wet, I have to either, one of two things, either dry it completely, then eat it, or I have to do netilat yadayim without a bracha because of a takanat chachamim, because water transmits impurity. And if this apple was in a room with something or somewhere, somehow, that was impure, if I'm impure, whatever it is, the water goes and transmits the impurity, so we have to either dry the apple or wash our hands. Another thing is tefillah. Pat. We all know that we wash our hands for pat, for bread. Pat is bread, not pot, pat. And then tefillah with a taf is for prayer, before you're going to pray. And all those things need netilat yadayim. The question we're going to ask today is, what if you know that your hands are pure? I want to pray, or I'm going to eat bread. I didn't touch anything. I didn't touch my shoes. I didn't enter a shower or anything. Do I still need to do netilat yadayim? Said the Kaf HaChaim, indeed, you still need to do netilat yadayim before that. And another question is, what if somebody has a cast or a large band-aid or something on their arm? What do they do? How do they do netilat yadayim? And the answer is, they of course only wash one hand, but they still say al netilat yadayim on the washing of the hands, even though you only washed one hand. Some halachic authorities argue and they say you should do al netilat yad, on netilat of one hand. Amen.